right, so here I have your results here up on the screen, and what we're looking at here are the scan of your mole. There are a few things that stand out to me. For one, that one side is different than the other. If you look here, there's also some discoloration there. It's not uniform. There's different shades, and actually the size is over 6 millimeters. All this, to me, indicates that this could be melanoma. You know what that is? Amanda? Amanda? Melanoma is very serious. And if the cancer has spread, treatment becomes much more complicated. The sooner we know, the sooner we can start addressing it. I want to make sure you understand how important this is.
Ikigai is a Japanese concept that describes this intersection between what you're really good at, what you love to do, what you can be paid for, and what the world needs from you. The whole point of Ikigai is to find peace and a purpose in life that is beneficial for the world and for others around you. I felt as a child even these little portions of Ikigai that were just relevant in my life.
I grew up in a pretty tough childhood experience. I grew up with a Japanese father, and my mom actually left when I was 1. I think there was a lot of struggles with that as a child of like, maybe if I just performed at a higher level, she would come back. From 3 to 18, I played boys baseball, and I think setting myself ahead was my hope to get love back from not just my mom who had left, but also my Japanese father, because a lot of times what is taught is that you only receive love when you're excellent.
And being a really small female growing up,
I felt spiteful. I felt spiteful of those who told me that I couldn't do something.
I tied my identity to my athletic performance and my academic performance. A huge part of my success in the military was being a high performer in my fitness, and I took it really seriously, just knowing that the weakest link is going to be the determining factor of whether or not you're safe. If I wasn't being in the gym or working towards a goal athletically, I felt as though I had no identity. Who are you? What is your life? What does your life mean? And when all these things are removed, who is Amanda amongst all this chaos? I knew that I needed to choose something that I didn't know I could accomplish to make the biggest impact that I can with my mission and my story.
The Leadville Trail 100, a 100-mile running race that defies comprehension.
I'm not here to play small.
People look at me and they think, she's not capable of doing XYZ. I never wanted anyone to be able to question my abilities and my capabilities.
The reason why I picked the Leadville 100 to be my first 100-mile ultramarathon, I don't want to operate in a world where I'm making choices about my goals, my ambitions, my dreams, because I'm afraid. I want to chase big things, and I want to scare myself, because I find out who Amanda truly is in those moments.
Leadville Trail 100 starts at an altitude of almost 2 miles above sea level.
It seems like lunacy, running 100 miles across the sky. 18 hours potentially for a winner, mostly up and down hills. 13,000 vertical feet of climbing and descending through the dark, over rigorous terrain, temperatures down to the freezing mark. Why?
Amanda, I have the results from your biopsy and the scans that you did. I'm afraid we found a malignancy. You have stage 3 melanoma. spreading to your body at a rate that you just can't control. We need to run some more tests, but given the location of your lymph nodes and the extent of the spread, there's a good chance that you will never walk or run again.
How did that feel, having someone say, like, you're never gonna walk again?
I think my initial shock was I didn't believe it. Like, actually didn't believe it. I feel like I was in denial. I was getting ready for a deployment, like I was getting my team ready, and with such certainty of a diagnosis, I don't think that I really absorbed the information that I was receiving.
Every cancer starts with some sort of finding of a tumor is generally how they're found. So I had a tumor on my foot. I had seen this tumor grow significantly over a period of time, but I didn't want to get it looked at. But I never wanted to be sick, so I never wanted to address or, I guess, tell myself that I was sick enough to go to the doctor. I was eventually forced by my husband to go get it looked at. And this was approximately a year after I had noticed it, and she was like, Amanda, you need to get this removed right now. We're gonna need to get you into surgery within the next month.
After biopsies and initial testing,
I ended up with stage 3 melanoma. Stage 1 is basically just what your eye can see. That's how far the cancer has traveled. And then once it's gone outside of a certain number from the original cancer site, then it's considered stage 2. And there's a huge jump from stage 2 to stage 3. Because once it becomes stage 3, then it's a silent killer. My cancer traveled to my lymph nodes, and
I had multiple surgeries that were done to remove my initial cancer, and I had so much trauma to my foot. In the tumor removal, in a huge, massive grafting, they took ligaments, they scraped bone, they removed gigantic portions of my foot and replaced it with other skin. And my doctor at the time came into the office. It was actually one of the surgeons that was operating on me, and he sat me and my husband down, and he looked at us and said, Amanda, this is going to lead to your demise.
Bottlenecked a little bit, so a little slower than I wanted to be, but it's okay. Still so early. Super early.
Leadville means a lot to us. Just crazy. It's just a surreal moment. Like 40% failure rate, 60% failure rate, 40% finish rate. So it's impressive just to be here. She got stuck behind a mob for a couple miles, not able to kind of get through, so kind of knocked her off her goal pace out the gate.
This course is a beast. Like, it's not your typical 100-miler. And her doing that as her first 100-miler, it's really courageous. I'm not worried about her because I've personally been there with a lot of her training, and she's ready for this.
I bet she's in a bit of a grit and grind mode, zoning everything out. She has headphones in, she doesn't hear it. And that's a good place to be. You can cover a lot of ground in that moment.
So do you think you knew something was wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew. In my gut, too. I also just knew. But I was very much in denial.
Literally, you could ask anyone that I worked with, like, I tried to operate as if nothing was wrong with me. Wasn't able to walk on my foot for 6 months. And in that time frame,
I just went about my life as if that didn't exist. And
I would sit on the assault bike for like 45 minutes at a time to try and maintain my fitness. I was still squatting in Smith machines with a boot on in order to stay fit and maintain what I felt like was my normal.
it was always like, I'm totally good, we're good.
That's generally, I think, maybe my defense mechanism is just to like pretend like it doesn't exist.
Yeah, I mean, like, look back and I'm like, Amanda, you have a serious problem.
I just don't want to overload anything.
There she is, right there. Coming in.
You don't want to sit, don't sit.
I'll sit for a second. I don't.
We got solid food, gels.
I've been eating solid food. I need a refresh on go macro electrolytes.
So, how do you feel about your pace?
I feel comfortable at this.
Good.
I got really bottlenecked.
I bet, because it was single track for.
And then I didn't want to try and make up for it on the downhills. I just was like, I just want to like chill, and do, you know, like just do what's comfortable.
Yeah.
But
I was hoping you weren't coming in feeling like you had to like make up for that.
No.
Because you're perfect. You're fine.
Come on, sis, let's go.
I didn't let myself really accept what was going on until I started my chemo. Every 3 weeks I was going back for another chemotherapy session. And with these, it was this non-stop roller coaster of nausea, extreme inflammation all over my body. Adding a boot on there, adding crutches on there, just it made me feel like I was placed in an experience where I was made to feel extremely weak. And so then I found out that I had ocular cancer.
I actually received the call when I was at a friend's house. It was just like the most out-of-body experience that I've ever had. I remember just feeling like, oh my word, like how is this happening? Like why is this happening? What is the function of this?
And my ocular cancer was incredibly painful and it was very obvious. I lost sight in my eye. I was not even able to keep my eye open.
The recovery process for that was horrible. The surgery was horrible. And then the chemo actually that I received was injections into my eye.
I can deal with anything physically, but you make me feel like not myself, then that's like a whole different experience. I've always viewed myself as an athlete. I've always viewed myself as a stellar soldier, as a stellar leader, and now I feel as though I can't do that.
I realized that like all the things that I've worked so hard for were gonna be like removed from my life in an instant. And everything from my career to my fitness to my health, everything, it felt like it was just gonna implode on me.
Too much shit over there.
Right here.
Let me get your pack.
Water.
Thank you.
Oh no, I hit. Listen, it's starting to warm up. You got a carb up there.
Caffeine.
I don't know.
You want this?
You want
On my hammies and my ankles.
Everywhere? What about
On my hammies mostly. Doing way more power hiking than I originally planned.
Yeah?
Just like way, yeah.
It's all right. Great.
There's sections that aren't runnable that I thought were gonna be runnable. It's literally just like, it just feels like my legs are made of lead. Like I think the oxygen is just not getting to them.
That's altitude.
Yeah, they just feel like lead.
Just do what you can. Watch your heart rate.
Yeah, I've been keeping a really close eye on it. I'm not hitting over 160, so.
Awesome. You're like an hour and a half ahead of cutoff. You're fine.
Okay,
Yeah, you're
still
good.
an hour and a half.
We just checked and it's like an hour and
Okay. I'm just gonna leave a goal out. Like, I feel like that would have been like perfect scenario. Felt strongest I could, but I'm not feeling that right now.
Okay, and you don't need to feel bad about that.
Yeah.
Because, like you can look at a elevation chart all day, and when you actually get there, it's 100% different. So, so let's go to the bathroom, and then we'll put this on you.
Without your pack.
Oh my gosh.
Here, let me love you. It has been a lot more steep than she anticipated, which has caused her to not be able to run sections she thought she would run and power hike instead.
When things do get hard for her, I get personally, defensive for it, and like it's hard to be there sometimes. Be like to watch her struggle, to watch her face these things, but that's like her whole life now.
She has gone through so much. She is so mentally strong that when she gets into the deep miles of this race, it's gonna hurt like anybody else, but she is going to draw on that strength of the hard things she's gone through and conquered in her life to get her through the rest of this race.
Being told I would never run or hike again was a challenge. Anyone who ever gets diagnosed with cancer, especially one that has low odds of living, and they choose to move forward and fight back, knows that it's an active choice. That's an everyday fight. It's not just one time, it's not just one race, it's not one experience. It's every day waking up and choosing gratitude for the experience of being able to wake up. There were like an uncountable amount of times that I questioned whether or not it was going to be achievable. From literally putting a shoe on after my surgeries, it took me like 4 months for me to put a shoe on comfortably.
That was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this. Like, this is hard. Like, just putting shoes on, just lacing, painful. Oh my gosh, like brutally painful.
The day that I decided to hit the trails after I got out of my boot and off of crutches, that was kind of a first glimpse into what I was going to be experiencing for the entire journey of my recovery.
For me, it was like, what is the hardest thing that I could possibly put my foot through and my ankle through? And it was hiking. Trail running was the ultimate goal, but it was hiking because uneven ground, instability.
The whole hike was like 3 miles long, but me only getting through 0.2 miles. And me realizing that like every step is so painful, like beyond the pain that any pain I've ever experienced before. But knowing that I got 0.2 miles was a win. And then kind of compounding that each time that I went out. Every single time I went out was darkness. Every time I put a shoe on was darkness. Every time that I thought about having cancer was darkness. Every time that I met with a family member who had no idea what was going on in my life was darkness. But I chose to find the light.
We've got a coach and 3 pacers to help out this time, so it's been a little bit more to manage, but it's really nice to have the extra hands. We're making people like, you're the hydration czar. You handle everything hydration-wise, all electrolytes, make sure it's all prepped and ready. We've got a gel guy keeping these giant jugs full of Go gels. She's just drinking a ton of them, so it's been a lot of responsibility as well. It's an intimidating job because it means a lot to her and it means a lot to me to do a good job for her.
So there's like an art to putting this. Hey! You got it! No! It's the wrong way. So there's an art to this that only Ultraspire runners know. It's broken.
Oh wait, it's got arrows on it. It doesn't go that way either.
Because it should slide out.
See the arrows?
There's arrows.
We are filling flasks with gels, so she's got one on her right now, but this just makes it easier to swap out. The nice thing about putting them all in one flask like this is that she doesn't have to worry about tearing the packs open while she's trying to run, so this just makes it easier on the runner. It's kind of gross, but it is what it is.
So no, there's bowls.
No miso.
Amanda just hit Hope Pass 2. She moved up like 40 places again. So she's moved up like 90 places since she left here.
Well, she lost them on the descent, but she's climbing like an absolute animal, so she's making up time. She'll be here.
The aid stations have been really smooth. We've been dialed in. The team's been great. And then she takes off, and I'm like, whew, that was great. Stress relief. It's a wave of emotions. I'm like triple, quadruple checking everything in the station. Like, make sure we have everything ready so nothing can go wrong. And it's like, it's bag of crackers. Like, not that much can go wrong, you know? But like, I'm just like anal retentive about it because I'm just like, this can't be a reason that she would slip up by any means. Like, it can't be on us. There's a lot of worry. But it's fun, you know? When you come in and see her glowing, it's worth it. It's worth the ride. All right, it's game time, boys.
So she's been by herself for 62 miles. Obviously, we've seen her, but this is the longest period of time, 7 hours, that she's gone over Hope Pass twice. Come back now, and we're gonna see her. I'm gonna pick her up, and I'll do a section. The rest of the other guys will do another section. But I'm stoked to be here. Honestly, I'm not even sure if it's cold outside right now because I think I like have adrenaline that I'm like ready to go. But I just want to do everything I can to show up for Amanda. Like, that's my only goal here, is just to show up and do my part. 15 miles, everything I got, just to get her across.
She's probably in a bit of a pain cave. Probably ready to get off her feet is my guess. I can't imagine. She's 62 miles into a race, so you gotta feel it. You know, no matter what, you're feeling it. When you're pushing yourself this hard, you're gonna go in and out of grind mode and depressed mode and sad mode and angry mode, and it's just a whirlwind. So, you know, we don't really know how she's feeling, but I hope really good.
Let's go. 62. Well, the first Hope Summit, I know what I did. It's like, oh, you're so brutal.
Was it?
Oh my gosh.
Was it hot up there? Or?
Yeah, it got really hot. That was the thing on the way up. It kind of touched me. But then we had cloud coverage for section 2. So it was nice. But it was just so steep. Like, oh my gosh. I think it's just the altitude.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't feel fresh at all today.
No.
Not even the first 2 miles.
Yeah.
We're gonna go around and pick the clothes out.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Oof, that heals. Not.
Those are on cold water. You ready for this?
They're soaked.
I'm gonna try to go quick.
Just ready?
Yep. That one's not as bad, the right one's the worst. Yeah. Oh my god.
This is it right here?
I actually don't feel that bad. It's just that hurts like a biatch.
Does this hurt? No. This is just more callous. This is your blister?
Yeah, that one hurts.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it's gonna hurt just a little bit, okay?
I know.
Okay. Oh, we get the...
It's actually good.
And it's
This one, the back.
It's the back part. You don't have anything up here?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I'm gonna pop this one and see if it alleviates that, but
Okay.
you have a blister probably underneath your callus.
Oh, fuck! Too far.
No,
Too far. Fuck. Yeah. Ow, fuck.
It's not, see, it's not too far.
Fuck, that hurts like a bee. Sorry for the swearing. Ah, shit.
My phone's down there, but you click a time. But
Shit. Okay, that's
we're good. Hand it over to me.
I'm not even going.
really. It's
Yeah.
crazy painful.
Okay, so let me try just underneath here.
It's like 20 gauge thing.
It's 18, yeah. Yeah, it's
It's deep.
holy cow. Okay,
Let me just look at it.
It's gonna hurt, but there's no way it's not gonna hurt. You got plenty of time. You're doing great on time, man. You passed 57 people up hope.
But the other side was so hard.
Past 57.
Take that one.
sorry. It's just alcohol.
I know.
How many do you want?
2, please.
Water's right there.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god, sorry.
It's
I'm not mad at you, Ben.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
It's just, and it hurts on the top when I'm even doing it with the needle, because I'm not even going, I'm only in the callus still, because it's under the callus.
Yeah, it's a deep boy.
Do you want me to try again?
No.
Okay.
I think
Maybe-
you just.
maybe next
I think
time.
you just put
There's the, let's
I mean,
just, we're going to take this and I'll
If
plug it
it's
in.
so bad where I can't.
So I'm going to do this, so this.
Yeah, please, thank you.
More or not?
Yeah, we're going to put on.
He has it.
I'm just putting this on as a barrier first on both of them.
That's 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes. Too much?
I have, here it is. Let's see if we can get this liquid bandage to help get the edges.
You're gonna have some good blisters, but you're good. But you're gonna have a belt buckle.
You want to carry, you got food?
Yeah,
for
you're gonna have to loosen all the things because your foot's gonna swell a little bit and you got the extra.
We're good. It's gonna hurt
It's
for the
gonna
rest of the
hurt.
race, and that's okay.
But it will hurt for this next half mile. pretty
Once your
fast.
endorphins
Yeah.
kick
But I
in,
promise you, it will like
Okay.
subside a little
Okay.
bit. You're good.
We'll be fine. It's just gonna. I'm just gonna have to deal with it. That's honestly what it comes down to.
Do you
But
want your headlamp? Can you last 12?
nope, we're good.
okay,
Stand right here. You got this. I'm excited.
Okay. Love you guys.
You're strong. Good job. Incredible. You're doing so good, Amanda.
Okay.
Use your pulse to take pressure off.
I think within 6 months of being out of the boot, I was racing and I was climbing. I actually went and saw my the doctor who told me, like, you're not gonna be able to do any of this, and he was like, you're a miracle. He literally told me, you're a miracle case. And I believe miracles happen for sure, but I also think that those who beat cancer and those who overcome from major injuries, there's a difference in who beats it versus who doesn't, and that lies within the mind. It's not because my body's more gifted. It's not because my genetics have built me to be able to beat something that others can't. No. It's based on the fact that, like, I've been able to see the light at the end of each tunnel. Cancer really, really allowed me to actually understand what life is about. It allowed me to be present with the people that I surround myself with. It allowed me to be intentional with my time. It allowed me to live each day as if it was my last, truthfully. People think I'm crazy when I say that cancer saved my life, but it did. And what I mean by that is not just like my existence, because it challenged my existence
so deeply, and I'm not supposed to be alive. I'm not supposed to be here. But cancer truthfully saved my life in the aspects of what life means. It means living intentionally. It means walking each day with purpose and with passion and being connected to those around you and truthfully being with other people and being with each moment. And it taught me to do that because I was living like I was dying. I quote unquote beat cancer already because I mentally beat cancer already. Honestly, truthfully, even if it comes back, I've already beat it. The idea that we operate in our life based on fear is incredibly limiting. And it'd be so easy to make smaller goals. Like, hey, I'm gonna accomplish this small goal that I know that I'm capable of. But I think unless we do things that scare us or we chase big goals, we'll never find out who we are when all the things that we're comfortable around are removed. And I knew that in doing this was gonna expose things about me that I had never experienced before. When we choose to truly live, that's something different than just existing in this life. We all walk, talk, breathe, eat food, drink water, all these things. These are things that determine existence. But truly living means living life with passion and compassion and intentionality, and it's so much deeper than that. And I think sometimes when people are faced with hardships, they stop their life or they're truly living and they just start existing because a hardship becomes too much. Instead of walking through the unknown and going through the obstacle of like, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do this, we decide to take the sure route of quitting instead of walking through the unknown. And the unknown is what teaches us so much. A diagnosis or an obstacle or a challenge that someone is faced with doesn't have to be the end of their life. I believe in God, and whether you do or not, we're directed by so many things in our life. We have the option to be taken away by the current of media, of the people around you, what they're doing, their habits, or you go in the direction of your values. And I've chosen to 100% commit to going in the direction of what I value and what I think would actually allow me to make a difference in this world and leave the world a better place if I were to die tomorrow. Every mile over 50 has been a PR. That and just that this pain is literally not gonna go away. So I just have to keep grinding. And I've been stressed about the cutoffs the entire race, so that's obviously in my mind too. But we got it, unbreakable.
How's your stomach feeling?
It feels much better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Settling a little bit?
Yeah. Level 100, 100% was the biggest event and the best thing that I could have done, in my opinion, to show other people that they are unbreakable. I told a friend that I could never do it. That sentence, like I could never do that, replayed in my head like for 2 weeks straight of like, I climbed Mount Rainier several times, I've overcome cancer, I've gone through 14 months of chemo, why am I telling someone and saying it out loud that I can't do something with such certainty?
She said out loud, like, man, I could never do that. And she caught herself immediately and was like, I can't believe I just said I couldn't do that. Because, like, of course I could. Like, I just have to get the opportunity.
I knew how gritty I was. I knew how strong I was. But, like, I didn't really know. And this really proved to me, like, holy cow, there's so much more underneath that. Grit only exists when you remove all that fluff stuff. It's like what's left when you don't have like a crowd watching you, or you don't feel motivated, or you don't feel like you're the best version of yourself. It's kind of who exists under all of that stuff. Crazy that we choose to do this though. That's like the coolest part.
No one has to do this. Everyone just chose to do it. It's wild.
These are the experiences that build you, though.
Yeah.
In the moment, it's just suffering, but
This is not suffering. It's hard. It's pain cave, but this is not suffering. Suffering is, in my opinion, is stuff that you don't have to choose, or you don't get to choose. This is painful. Yes. And it sucks. Yes. I don't think it's suffering.
let's just do some more intervals.
Okay. You tell me when and where, which tree to go to.
All right, we're gonna do it by time,
Oh man.
and we're gonna do it for 1.5 minutes.
Oof. All right.
You got it. Unbreakable.
Okay.
Just watch out for these, bro. I'm proud of her. She's put in so much work, and I know a lot of people know her story, but I don't think people understand a lot of the back scene things that go on and the things she does to get to the level that she's at right now. And I'm so proud to be her friend, and I'm just proud of the person she is and the great human she is and the influence she has on people. And I hope people can emulate the things that she does, because the world would be a lot better place if we were a lot like Amanda.
No, this sucks.
Okay. I'm gonna just zip it a little and push it. So that's locked in.
You fucking got this. 12 miles. You're done. It's final push. It's very flat until the very end.
I have a t-shirt in there. There's a new one in there.
Zip you up.
She has like a baggie like that. I think that's the rest of it.
The macro bar is probably going to be hard to take.
Yeah.
Oh, just a regular go
Just
bar.
take
That'd be
that.
better. I think that's better.
Huh?
Which way do I go?
Right here.
Sun's
Ready to
rising,
go?
Amanda.
Hey, good job.
Go get it.
Thanks for all your
Go
help.
runners.
I got caffeine for you still if you want to walk and drink. Don't be too hard on yourself. You're gonna have to push through though. You have to. Take some caffeine down. Cheap energy. This is gonna be a lot easier than the last section. I know. I looked at them. It's a lot of elevation.
Power line section sucks.
A minute on.
You are legitimately still on pace to
Maybe 2 minutes off.
do great.
Especially on this.
You're not
Give
even
her
that close
an
to cut off. I just want to give you as
update
much time as possible.
Okay.
Kind of where you're at. She's mildly like
So you were doing the time intervals?
What?
You were doing run intervals?
Yeah,
That's helpful.
trying, but the terrain was so rough.
Okay. It would be a lot
couldn't
easier
really
on
do
this. Well, the trail goes around the lake that we camped
Yeah.
on. So it's probably going to be pretty packed. Thank you guys.
Great job. Great job. Good change. Looking good.
I'm good.
I'm gonna run a little.
You want to hit the restroom?
No.
No?
Good job. Good job. Good job, guys. Good job.
Got 12.6 miles to your finish line. You got it.
Everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to work out. And I truly believe that, and I believe whether or not we feel as though we're in control, we just aren't. I have always realized that obstacles are put in our lives to teach us things, not to punish us or make us feel a certain way, but they're to teach us things in life.
Because truthfully, I don't think that I would have been served the plotter that I was if it wasn't for a reason.
I 100% believe that I have proven my doctors wrong, and I think if they could look back and see where my life has gone, they would have for sure maybe given me a different prognosis. But I would allow Amanda, being told that she would never run or hike again, to go through every single emotion, every single experience that she went through. Because for me, that's what built my fire. That's what built my passion. That's what allowed me to walk through all this madness to end up where I am. So I wouldn't change a thing. My hope with my journey and my mission is to show others that they are unbreakable and that they can find the light within their darkness. They can overcome hard things. They can continue their authentic and compassionate and beautiful life without stepping into a life of just existing.
Making friends. You're looking great. Thank you. Finish line's visible right up there. You are gonna be so. You're looking so happy now. Way to go.
It's 100% normal not to knock her, but you have to get behind on nutrition like that. Whatever you can make it do. There it is, buddy. We're flattening out. Off to the camera. Dude, you did it. You are there. Awesome. You are there. That's the town, man. You just beat Ledo. Go.
I 100% believe that life happens for us. Even the darkness, even the bad times, they're all to serve a greater mission and a greater purpose. And I 100% believe that I was served this incredibly tough platter to be able to overcome it and to help people along the way. I without a doubt in my mind, I know that this would never have happened if it wasn't to serve a greater mission. That's the whole point of me racing, is to show people that.
Oh, sorry.
I actually love the way that Japanese people describe ikigai and how to say it correctly. You have to lift your cheeks to say it with a smile. Ikigai is how they describe it, which I think is so cool, because being able to share my mission along the way is 100% my ikigai and my peace and my bliss, knowing that I'm giving back to the world in some sort of way within this short life that we're all gifted, and within the second and third chance that I have had at life makes my life feel as though it's worth living, and that provides me so much peace. I think that's just so beautiful.